Hey everybody, Doug Rucker here with DougRuckerSchool.com and DougRuckerStore.com, and we are located right here in the Houston, Texas area. We are located in Kingwood, Texas. We are your Houston, Texas pressure washing and soft washing supply store. So just want to get that out there because a lot of people say, hey, I didn't know you were here. You need to start saying on your videos where you're located. So if you're in Kingwood or Katy or Sugarland, New Caney, all over the place. We're here, right here in Porter, Texas, right outside of Kingwood. So come by and see us. But hey, today I'm going to be talking about a great little startup system that you can use to start your business. So stay tuned for that coming up next. Okay, real quick before we get started, I'm fixing to go out in the parking lot, show you guys some demos of this equipment. If anybody knows me, and hopefully you guys understand this, my passion is to help you guys get started in this business. And if you attend my schools here or online school or whatever, I'm always available to you guys that are trying to build a business, start a business, build a business. I'm not necessarily here for homeowners. That's not my thing. I just enjoy helping you guys get started and grow or build and then grow your business as I can, as you need me. And so this machine that I've been using here around the shop and a couple of little jobs that we've done commercially, actually, just kind of wanted to show you guys. I'm very impressed with it. It's a BE with a Kohler engine, 4,000 4-gallon per minute. And so I just think it's a great way to get started. When I started over 30 years ago, I started with a little Chrysler van and 2 little 3-gallon per minute portable machines. So there's nothing wrong with that. All of this stuff could fit into the back of a pickup truck. And I know you're going to be called a chuck in a truck, and that's okay. But that's a great way to get started. Sometimes the budget's a little lean, money's a little light, but you got to get out there and make some money. So this gives you the ability to clean professionally, charge professional pricing, just like anybody else. It may take you a wee bit longer, but that's okay. You're learning how to clean, you're learning how to impress customers, you're growing and building your business. And so if money's tight, take a look at this equipment. I think it can probably help you. And if you have any questions, be sure to leave some questions or comment down below. Hit that subscribe button and then hit that bell. That way you get notifications every time I come out with something that can help you. But let's go outside and we'll get into showing you the equipment and some different ways that you can use it to clean houses and even small buildings. Okay guys, so I'm testing out, or not testing, I'm showing you the 16-inch Whisper Wash Ultra surface cleaner. And I've actually changed these nozzles out to a 25035s. This comes with 2502s, and with the amount of pressure this machine puts out, it was like lifting it up, but I don't like that. So I always get my nozzles adjusted to where it's not going to lift. I don't want to have to put weights on it or a brick or whatever. Now this is fairly clean concrete, so you know I can nozzle down on this. I always suggest, normally these come with 2502s, sometimes 25025s, depending on what brand you're getting. But I always suggest to have a, 2502 is about the lowest you can get, so if it comes with that, I would always get some 25025s, some 2503s, and I would even get 25035s, because that just allows you to nozzle down and adjust the amount of pressure that the surface cleaner is putting out, depending on the surface that you're cleaning. But either this 16-inch Whisper Wash Ultra or the BE 16-inch surface cleaner that we sell, it's also a floater, would be ideal for this machine. So things very good. I like this and the BE, either one. They're very lightweight. You can pick them up, walk around, take your hose off, carry it back to a pool deck if you needed to, or patio or whatever. Very easy to handle, very easy to maneuver around. And
this is the concrete out in front of our shop. I keep it kind of clean, so this doesn't need a whole lot of pressure. Just want to make sure you're not going too fast. Always watch this area right here where you're walking behind the surface cleaner, where you see my foot. Always watch that area. Make sure I'm not walking too fast. I gotta try to stay away from the machine. But great surface cleaner. Great little machine if you're just starting out, like I said earlier. That covers the surface cleaning part using this machine. Just wanted you to see it in action. Okay guys, so now we're going to talk about downstreaming. I'm using the black nozzle that comes with it. That's the soap nozzle. It also comes with a yellow tip, comes with a red tip, which you probably will rarely use, and then it also comes with a white tip. And so if I'm wanting to downstream, and I'm going to move the camera over here so we can probably see it on this gray, right next to Edwin's place. You can see getting a little bit of soap with that. And so if I wanted to rinse that with the nozzles that come with the machine, I would need to put my yellow nozzle or my white nozzle on, and then that will shut off the flow to the downstream injector, and then I'd have to rinse standing off this way. So that's a lot of pressure, it's a lot of mist. It would take longer to rinse a surface using that nozzle. So what you can do is get you I use the 3 J-rod like this, and that has a soap high nozzle, has a soap low nozzle, and then it has a rinse tip, which is a lot lower pressure. So you could simply soap with the low nozzle that comes on the J-rod, like this. Can't really see the soap coming out, but there's a little bit of soap. I think maybe you can see it there. Using wrap as the soap. And then you could switch to the low rinse nozzle, and that will actually cut the flow off. So you don't have to go back to the machine to make an adjustment and to rinse. Alright, now let's say you want to soap up high, like on a 2-story roof. Got me a little water leak going on somewhere. You can hear that machine bypassing that little sound. See the gun, it's probably the ball valve that's leaking. It's an old ball valve, but anyway. This is using the J-rod, and so I can shoot 2 to 3 stories high. It'll get up there. See if we can move this up a little bit so you can see. Now that gets up pretty high. That'll get at least 2 to 3 stories. We're spraying out a good 40, 45 feet probably. And so if you wanted, let's say you're rinsing or you're soaping the side of a house. This is soap coming out right now, and then you wanted to rinse with the same nozzle. What you could do is you could very easily walk back to your machine, and what I'm using on here is actually an adjustable nozzle. I mean adjustable injector. And I'm turning it off. Then I can come back and then I can, when you turn that off, now the soap will stop coming out and I can rinse with this same nozzle. So there's a couple different ways that you can stop the flow of the your bleach mix coming out, and I think, you know, walking back and turning the injector off is a very handy way to do that. You could also have another bucket, which is right next to your bleach bucket, full of clear water, and just pull the siphon tube out and drop it into that if you wanted to. So a couple different ways that you can do that, but again, this is a great way to downstream a house and clean by using the J-rod with the 3 nozzles. I call it a 3-banger. And you've got the long nozzle, you've got the spray nozzle. I'm using a downstream pressure wash gun assembly that you can use, and you can pivot, turn the gun so that you can spray horizontally, or you can turn it and spray vertical, either way, okay? And then you've also got your low soak tip. Okay? So that's some ways that you can do downstreaming with this machine. And again, you could clean 2 to 3 story buildings with this little 4 gallon per minute, 4,000 PSI machine. Okay guys, and of course another way that you can use this machine is by using a modified X-Jet or a regular X-Jet, whichever. And you can see I'm using the shooter tip. This is the same shooter tip that I would use for downstreaming. You just have to, you know, the great thing about the modified is you're not getting a lot of that mist. It's more heavy water. So I'm spraying soap. Hopefully you see the soap on the ground. And then all I have to do is reach up here, turn my valve, and it stops flowing, and I can rinse with plain water. And so you could do this with the shooter nozzle as well as the lower rinse nozzle on here. You may not be able to do it with the higher pressure rinse nozzle like we use on downstreaming, because it may create too much back pressure. But for soft washing, using these 2 nozzles, that's fine. But when you put a higher pressure nozzle on the modified, it can sometimes have a tendency to shove your hose off and start spraying water, because it's creating too much restriction and all the water can't get through. So just bear that in mind. I know some of you guys sometimes have had this problem, and that's why I'll ask you what kind of nozzle that you're using. The modified is mainly used for, you know, low application. So like I said, a couple different ways you can use this machine if you're just starting out. You can downstream, which is the way I would do, using the adjustable nozzle on the downstream ejector to go from bleach to bleach to water to rinse. You've used a modified X-Jet, but just remember these modified X-Jets are mainly for applying bleach and rinsing. They're not really made for using higher pressure nozzles that's on the J-rod. So sorry if I caused some confusion with that in the past, but they're great as a soft wash alternative method. I would not use it to clean roofs, simply because you're going to go through your bucket pretty fast. You can see we've gone through almost a whole bucket just doing the demonstration out here, so you really have to be careful and make sure that you're not oversaturating. I see too many people, you know, just continue spraying one spot. All you got to do is get your bleach mix on it, nice and moist. It doesn't have to be flooding off the surface. The bleach just needs to touch it, and then the air will work with the bleach and the surface together. When you flood it on like this, it takes a little bit longer for it to work. So just put a nice little coat on it. It doesn't have to be flooding like this, running out of dry spots, but just kind of a nice little, I'm not a big fan of this twirly bird either, but kind of, you can see. But anyway, don't flood the surface, and it'll save you time, it'll clean faster, and it'll save your product as well. Okay? Again, guys, if you're just downstreaming and you want to turn your bleach on and off using the adjustable
that downstream injector that it comes with, you can simply walk over, turn it on, going down, it's going to turn it on, and that'll siphon your mix through the hose. And then when you want to rinse, say you want to use the shooter nozzle and rinse with the same nozzle, you can just walk back to the machine, turn it all the way up, and that will prevent your mix from coming out of the hose, and you can rinse with fresh, clean water. Or like I said, you could just set another bucket up and with nothing but clear water, pull your siphon tube out, throw it into that bucket, and you can rinse that way. So a couple different options for using this machine and being able to go from bleach mix to your water without having a bypass injector or remote control or using high pressure nozzles or whatever. Okay guys, again, thanks so much for watching. I hope it's been helpful for you. I ask again, leave a like, leave me a comment or a question. That's what I enjoy most, is trying to help you guys out through the YouTube channel here. And then if this has been helpful for you, be sure to hit that subscribe button and the bell. If you hit that bell, you'll get notifications, I think emails, that will tell you when I come out with something that could be useful to you. Hope everybody is having a great start to their season. Don't forget DougRuckersSchool.com. I've got a great online school that will help you drastically cut your learning curve if you are starting a business. And then of course our next hands-on training, I believe, is April 11th and 12th, just a week or so away. So you can find that at pressurecleaningschool.com/events. Already got a few people signed up for it. And so we do that once a year. Been doing it for the last 10 years. It'll be 11 years, actually 11 years this month in March. So take a look at that. And again, if I can help in any way, like, comment, subscribe, questions, you know, all that kind of stuff. All right, y'all have a blessed day. Anything that bleach is going to touch before, during, and after the roof sprayer. One very important thing to make sure you're keeping wet is the exterior of the gutters, especially if you're using a really strong mix, because if it hits it and kind of drips down it, it's going to stripe it. So you got to make sure you're keeping the gutters wet and you're keeping them rinsed when you're spraying. If you're spraying like we did yesterday from the ground up, that mist can hit the gutters, so you got to make sure those are staying wet. From the top, if you're spraying from the roof, top down, as you start getting closer to the bottom edge of the roof, it bounces